guys, this is Adam with Team COG here, coming at you with Nick's Saladman Great Deck Profile. We just got done with the locals. He got second with this, so let's see what this deck's all about, shall we?
Alright, so I'm starting the main deck, got second, kind of bullcrap how that happened. But anyway, so I'm running 3 Gazelles, as usual, key card to the deck, basic 1-card combo. Then I'm running 3 Spinnies. Secondary part of the key combo, sometimes it's pretty cool when you go into Spinny, link it off, bring out the Gazelle, that's pretty cool too. And then people are going to get kind of concerned about this, but I ran 2 Foxies instead of 3, surprisingly.
And why'd you do that?
Why I did that? I'm actually going to demonstrate that, because ultimately Foxy's more like 3rd gear combo, as in like Foxy, Spinny, and also I kind of just... I also tried... This is the reason why. I actually took out a Foxy and ran a Falco. The reason why I did this is because I like the recursion, because the fact like you can just set cards. If I remember correctly, I don't believe Ghost Spell hits cards that involve setting from the graveyard. So like if that ever happens in any case, so I used to like to set the Roar or Rage. So that's why I've been doing that. It worked out pretty good for me actually. And also, 2 weeks ago I went to a tournament in Cheyenne with their new card shop, and I got top 4 in that tournament, and that actually helped me quite a bit. So that's what I'm trying now. I'm probably going to go back to 3 Foxies and 1 Falco, but that's what I wanted to try out. And then I ran 2 Fowls, ultimately just helped the chain block because they don't have a Gazelle.
Then how'd that work for you?
I wouldn't say I saw it much, but it worked out pretty dang good, so yeah.
Perfect.
And then I ran 1 Jack Jagger, so just the recursion. I think my giant misplay in this turn is because I talked to my opponent Gus, one with Altergeist. He just said, "Oh, you basically played 1 monster for the price of getting rating of 2." So I thought, "Oh yeah," and also the fact that you can do piercing. He kept playing Altergeist in defense edition, so I should have been doing that. My mistake. So that's pretty much it for the Sound Great Core. So I'm just going on to like the extenders. I run 1 Lady Debug. I'm kind of happy it went to 1 because sometimes if you play Lady Debug, you kind of just get screwed. The fact you get Ghost Ogred, then you're kind of just stuck. So,
oh yeah.
Woo! It happened once. I hated that. And then I ran 2 Flame Buffaloes in replace of Lady Debugs. That's actually, I think that's an amazing combo extender. The only thing I don't like about it is like you usually would have to chain to get the full advantage of this card. You have to chain block to where Balinx is completely vulnerable to gain Sanctuary. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But other than that, I think it's really good.
And you're discarding his cost for Buffalo. Does that hinder you at all sometimes?
I wouldn't say it. I would say that it helps me because it helped me bring out the Gazelle faster, get more cards. Because I remember game 1, I used Buffalo to draw 2 cards. I drew a Call by the Grave and an Impermanent, so I just set those 2. I'm like, oh sweet, more interruptions.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, that's. I would say it was more like an eh. I'm probably gonna replace them with Signet Minings once I get the money. So that's pretty much it for like the, I guess the combos. I guess I'll go out to the hand traps. The hand trap line was actually surprisingly small. I ran 3 Ash Blossoms. Please excuse me for the rarity.
Alright, so I see 1 secret. Alright, nice, very nice, and then the 2 commons.
Perfection.
Okay.
Perfection.
Yeah.
Well, no, I would say Ash helped me quite a bit because I remember game 2 I just hit the crap out of the multi-fakers.
That's a weird ability.
Then I remember hitting Magius in game 2, so I went against Mech Knight Crusaders. I wouldn't say King Clutch gets round 1 with Trickstar Orchest, but
Trickstar Orchest.
Exactly. And then I also ran 2 Ghost Stars, Case for the Mirror. I think I was the only guy here playing Salaman Grade, so I wouldn't say that helped me, but but yeah, ultimately, if you play Lady Debug, this is just the kryptonite to Lady Debug. You just hit Lady Debug, and you're just stuck for that turn, and then people are gonna hit you. So that's it for the spells, or monsters, excuse me. I'm gonna go out to the spells. So obviously I ran 3 circles.
How are you doing?
I actually have another friend. His name's Taylor Schuler. He did a Sky Strike deck profile before. He recommended me always do Sound Great Circle on draw phase, so that way you won't get drolled, because droll, discard it, don't do any more certain, so I won't get Sanctuary. Droll does not hit during draw phase, so he said, "Oh, do it draw phase, Nick, and then you'll be fine." And I did that. That helped quite a bit, since I had like
Absolutely.
1 or 2 drolls in hand. And then I ran the 1 Sanctuary. No surprise whatsoever.
Oh no.
I've been thinking about running 2. Tell me what you guys think, because I wouldn't say it's bad or good. But and then this is just personal preference. I ran 2 Wills. I kind of just ran Will because I kind of like the fact it's just pseudo Soul Charge, and also a few times I actually brought a Heatleo, reincarnate Heatleo, spin back row cards, Altergeist, and then I just shift a Hexia attack to 0 right away because I asked him before. And then, since I'm a budget player, I ran 2 Fusion of Fires, Archetype Polymerization, played Chimera. Usually, the Cheyenne tournament, I actually went against Mermails. I played both games and just pummeled his board with Chimera. Since he had Miss Saladboi, and I also spinning him just to make sure. I think on that match, game 1, I spinning him, and then game 3, he happened to have Miss Saladboi, so I didn't have to use the spinny. So yeah.
Very nice.
So yeah, and then obviously for the hand trap stoppers, I play 3 Call by the Graves. Play this at 3, guys. I mean, it's back to 3. Just play it. I don't think I have to explain much further. So that's it for the spells. I'll go to the traps. I ran 2 Salmon Great Roars. I only use it just so I can pitch it off for Gazelle. I'm going to drop it down to 1 once I get like the Signet Mines. I think I'll put my 3rd one to replace a Roar. So then I also ran 1 Rage. That came in clutch once, but I only used the first effect, so Rage is excellent, but sometimes it's kind of, for me, it's just like, eh. And then, also, if you don't have Phantasmate, I would definitely recommend running 3 Infinite Impermanences. Ultimately, because it's another hand trap, you won't get called by the grave, and it just shuts down a lot of plays. And usually I do it on the Balinks or Lady Debug, or sometimes I even feel like it Gazelle.
Getting some really bad glare. Sorry about that.
Shiny power.
Yeah.
And then for my final, to make the 40, I ran 2 Gozen matches. I made it to see how it went as, let's say, when I went against 2 Dragos in the Cheyenne tournament, that came in clutch easily because he constantly only had 1 monster, and then I kept getting rid of his monsters, and he only had to rely on 1 monster, unlike, like the traps and spells, like, oh, I can get another Distal Sign. Well, yeah, but you got like fire, water, and wind in your hand, so you can't do that.
And how did this work against your matchups today? Did you see it?
I saw it. I think I saw it once against Mech Knight Crusadia. That stopped him for the most part. He still went into light, and he managed to bring out, I believe, Regulex with it pointing to my Mirage Stalio and an Indigo Eclipse. I Balinxed it, and then next turn I managed to play Fusion of Fire, Chimera, just pummeled him.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah. That's it for the main deck. Up to the extra deck.
Let's see what this is.
It's weird. So for the fusions, I ran 2 Violet Chimeras. I never went into a second one. I'm probably just going to take it out for a rank 4.
Try moving these over. That's better.
Hey, I'm probably going to take one out for a Baguska or an Abyss Dweller, ultimately, because it's just better. And also, if I play Abyss Dweller in the mirror, I'm just like, oh, shut down Spinny. And then I only run 1 Xyz. 1 Stalio, just so I can just get field removal, and the fact you can just spam another Salmon like Jack Jagger or Falco, that's just great. And then, so for Xyz, off to the links, I run 3 Balinks. It's basically your Return of the Dragon Lords in the deck, which I find that very convenient since, usually, since I remember in Ultra Guys, he kept, Gus kept trying to hit my Heatleo. I'm like, nope, Balinks, and then I had Jack Jagger Grave, so my main strategy for like half of the 30 minutes we were playing, I just kept bouncing Heatleo back, playing Jack Jagger, reincarnate Heatleo, and I kept shifting the attacks and everything. And also, I had some trap removal, like Twin Twisters. I managed to break his whole back row on the beginning of my standby phase. He tended to do a bunch of stuff like, nope, Twin Twisters. I'm not dealing with this crap anymore.
Altergeist.
And, yeah. And then, I run, speaking of the devil, I run 2 Heatleos. Just good for back row removal. I think game 1, he managed to set 5, I Twin Twistered him, and then I instantly went into Heatleo just to get rid of his final card, and then just began pummeling him with Jack Jagger with the piercing, and then the Heatleo was just lowering everything. So I would say it helped me win quite a bit of games, and also there was a few times
99-3 was good.
where I used Heatleo's reincarnation effect just to shift something to 0, and then I just went into it with Chimera right away just to hit him. Just hit the opponent. And then also, obviously, 3 Sunlight Wolves. I have to run 3. I've seen people run 2 on some deck lists. I feel sorry for them. But
If you have the extra deck space, man, I say go ahead and use it.
yeah. And then, ultimately, if you're ever going to use Jack Jagger's effect to bounce something back, I'd recommend either Mirage Stalio or Sunlight Wolf. Yes, Sunlight Wolf instantly do it so that way you can recur your roars in range. That's what I'd recommend.
Remember when they played Christmas?
And then, so, I run 1 Borreload. Ultimate Rogue's pretty freaking awesome. But, the fact that you can just take monsters and just take monsters and just beat them with their own monsters. I remember a while back, I went against your brother Adam. I took his Sendaion the Time Lord and just smacked him with his own card, and he lost.
Nobody care about no Time Lords.
Okay, Time Lords are fun. They're fun to play every now and then. And then also to nail my Borolo combo, update Jammer. That did help me a few times. And then speaking of which, going back to my main deck, I might take out Gozen ultimately because I tend to go into update Jammer Borolo combo, but I couldn't because I already had like a crap ton of fire monsters out. So like, oh man, I can't OTK him, but I still did. I just went to the Chimera path. But still though, great. And then I ran one Hita. I used this the only time I used it was in game 1 against Trickstar Orchist. I just brought back Ashball, I win the Heat Leo, spin back cards. And then finally, I ran one Phoenix just to get rid of back row. I was afraid about back row Crusadia Mech Knight, and I had enough room to play it. So I just played Phoenix, got rid of the back row. It was just mind control. I was just being paranoid, but still.
I'm a big advocate of running Phoenix in the Saladboi deck anyway. It helps you get out of some of the locks, like say they Ipley you. So.
And also, I might try out Saladboi Orchist. Profile might come for that. And also, I know some people are running Cerberus. I recommend running Phoenix. You're doing Saladboi Orchist. I'm still working on it. I've seen a lot of deck lists, deck profiles. Orchist extenders are pretty awesome. I've seen the videos, so I'm gonna give it a shot. But that's it for the extra. I'm gonna go to the side.
Yeah, let's see the side deck.
The side deck I literally pulled out of my own butt like an hour before we came to Cheyenne. I'm not even joking.
That's the kind of locals we are.
Honestly. But I ran 3 Lancias just so against Orchis. I did go against Orchis, but when I made this during the Cheyenne turn, I didn't go against a single Orchis player. I did use against UM when you play Shadal Downs. But I mean, it didn't come in handy because ultimately I didn't see it, and also the fact that you barely banish anyway. I guess, like I said, I was just being paranoid. Sometimes I get over paranoid with this stuff. And then I'm actually running the whole artifact engine in the side. I'm running Scythe, and then I ran Sanctum. I'll get that later. But the fact you can just shut out the extra, especially in the mirror, because I usually side in artifact sanctums and Scythe in the mirror, and then I say don't side in the against the mirror. What the hell are you doing if you are? But like I said, the fact you can just shut out the extra deck against the mirror, like you just go first, set Sanctum, pass, like, oh, you're playing Gazelle, oh, Sanctum, I'll just play Scythe and just shut out your extra deck for that turn. You're just stuck with the Gazelle, good sir. And then, so yeah. And then I ran 3 Availers just to fill up the extra deck. I did this against Gus, game 2, I believe, where I just hit the... Hey, Cloud Mirrors are awesome, shut up. But the fact I just shut out a Marionetter when he taunted the Marionetter. He's like, oh sweet, he had no back row, no field, just drew Marionetter. It's like, okay, Marionetter, Baylor. That just shut him down right on the spot. And then, so for the monsters, the spells, I ran one Super Polarization. To be honest, I never really sided into it. I mean, it's a great card. The fact you just do it like during the battle phase. I mean, I remember net decking this build. What's up?
That's more meant for like a mirror match, and considering that you are the only Salamangreat player that we have besides Taylor, who's hardly ever here, Super Poly doesn't really do anything unless you sit on a dark monster. But again, we don't have any Thunder Dragons here.
Exactly, and also like Super Polarization is just great in any deck, to be honest. Since you can just, if you have enough space for a Violet Chimera in your extra deck, play it. Go for Super Pulverization, go for 2. I only ran 1 just because of the space. And then for back row removal, since I'm very paranoid over back row decks, I hate back row decks, I ran 3 Twin Twisters just so I can get rid of it. This is pretty much a combo. I opened up 2, I got rid of his 4 back row. I think it was, I forgot which game it was, but I'm sure I said it before. But I double Twin Twistered him, and then I went to Heat Leo, get rid of his 5th card, and then I just shifted, I think it was the Marionetter, just to drop it to 0, hit.
Perfect.
And then, yeah, that was great. That came in clutch. Like, it's the only time it came in clutch. But, and then for the traps, I ran 3 Sanctus just to spam it out, and then if I have more than 1 and people get really paranoid I'm playing back row, they usually just get rid of the Sanctus, like, oh, thanks, I'll get rid of your card, thank you very much. And then, finally, I ran 1 Imperial Order. I forgot what I was using it for, but...
Spell heavy decks like Pendulum.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Pendulum. I do have anti-spells somewhere. I am considering using them and putting Imperial Order in the main, just flipping it. If Pendulums of any kind become meta like Endymion or just regular old Pendulum Edition. But that's pretty much it for the deck.
Alright, next, so if there's anything that you think you'd want to change about this deck, what would it be?
Okay, first off, I'm going back to 1 Falco and 3 Foxies, and I don't even know why I did that. was like a life. I'm questioning my life choices at that time. So yeah.
Hey, you got second, so we can't really say much.
Yeah,
You did what you did.
I say it worked out great. I think it's because the ratios. Like I said, I think I just pulled the ratio out of my own butt too.
Alrighty. Well, guys, this was Adam with Team COG. Like the video, subscribe, and we'll catch you all next time.
And by the way, if you guys saw the commentary with Crusader Guard Giant and Salamangreats, I'm that guy with the flip phone. So, yeah, nice to meet you all. I'm Nick Perrin.
Alright, bye, guys.